Langley, and we are back in the ARCA Series, back at another tough short track here at Langley, though this place is going to feel huge compared to Sonoma Oval, but coming off of Daytona, maybe not so huge. We are the number 3. I think there's 55 laps. We'll see if we can qualify decently. I ran a 15.8 in practice, in the main practice session before this session launched. I'm not sure I can replicate that. Mostly just about being smooth, I found. Hopefully qualify decently and qualify on the inside. This car isn't super stable here. You definitely want to be careful and not full throttle it too bad. It's kind of feeling like the old ARCA car, losing it on entry. That's a 15.9, not great. Really takes me like 3 or 4 laps before I can get comfortable enough to do a decent lap. And a 15.9.1. Bump me up a couple spots. We got 8.1 up top. We are the number 3. We randomly, very randomly have Kyle Larson in this race. So that's interesting. He is the number 18. I don't know if he's actually here or not. Looks like he might be. So that is interesting. We are sitting in 5th at the moment, just behind Vincent a little ways, and just ahead of Gavin. Joe qualifies up top. Mark Barrett down here. Austin, Nick towards the back at the moment. And I don't know if there's anybody else in here I recognize. Maybe not. Now we're at 6th. Hopefully somebody beats us so we can be on the inside. But I think we're going to be able to get a little bit spread out. Isaiah in the 7 just beat us, so we're in 7th now. So that's good. Should be able to get a little bit spread out here, especially with the handling as it is. Being pretty slick. There's Mark doing his laps right now. Or doing some extra laps. Looks like he's already finished his. Also have the 20 out here getting some extra practice. Vincent getting some extra practice. Larson out here still. He only qualified 17th. That is him, right? I think it is. I don't know. Maybe not. Either way, he's starting back behind us somewhere.
I don't think he can speak after that.
I was wondering if that was him or not.
Nick screwed up his Q run, is what he's saying.
Him or Owen. Because I think Owen has that Roto-Rooter sponsorship, and that's what's on the car. But Owen might have his own account.
Owen has his own account.
I thought Nick saying he's screwing up qualifying, I thought that's what I was going to do, is end up spinning or get loose and tap the wall or something, but I put a 0.9 out there, which I'm not too upset about. He moved the brakes forward. I'm on default, which makes it very loose on entry, but through the center it's kind of plowy. But then it starts, once you get back on throttle, it starts over-rotating again. You just got to be careful. I'm not going full throttle at all, but I am using 4th gear, which is something you don't always do in this car at a short track. At Sonoma, being supposedly the smallest oval on iRacing, we were only using 3rd gear. We gotta wait another 18 seconds because iRacing won't fix the qualifying bug, inactivity thing that has been the same since they've introduced that timer. The time limit really does nothing, the inactivity thing, because it always gets canceled. There's really no reason to have it. But we're starting 7th. We're going to have Vincent just in front of us, and the 8 car just behind us. Hopefully we can get in the corner decently and not slide too bad and get into anybody. It's going to be treacherous. Once we get a few laps under us, should be alright. And you may have seen at the beginning, I've got a new paint scheme. Really, it's just my old paint scheme with it blacked out. I thought it was time to change colors up a little bit. 4,200 shrink the field.
223.
Very high. We'll give a good luck to everybody, why not? We know enough people in here.
Good luck, everybody. Good luck, y'all.
Still waiting on 2 cars to grid. Waiting on the
I think this is
final
one of
car
the
to
highest
grid.
SOS
You
that
don't get
we've
any
got
extra
this
car
season.
steps for this race. So
Yeah, surprisingly, there was a ton of people signed up for this race. I assume just because Langley's a free track now, right?
Leave me alone.
But it seems like we have more people for this than we did at Daytona, which is just crazy to think
It's
about.
better than Sonoma, at least.
First race of the...
Better than Daytona.
55 laps here. We'll try and survive. We got Gavin starting to our outside. We can use that apron a little bit to get it to turn, but I don't think we're going to have any trouble with entry rotation. It's mostly just going to be through the center. But even then, I think we're going to have enough rotation. It's not going to be too necessary.
Alright, man, we're going green next time. Bye.
We'll just have to see. Hopefully we don't get taken 3 wide or anything. Hopefully we get a decent start so nobody chops our nose like crazy on entry and we accidentally get into them and then they retaliate, even though it was their fault to begin with. That's what happened when the car first came out and I raced here.
Get ready.
We will see. I guess we'll start in second.
Alright, man, green, green, green.
Green comes out real quick. Alright.
Outside.
Nice and easy. We got to the inside on the 19, then we get real tight.
Stay low.
Got to the inside on the 10 as well. Can we keep it there? Should be able to.
Still there.
Gotta hold it low enough. Not a lot of grip there on the outside.
Stay low. Good job, man.
Gotta watch out for the stack up in front of us though. We don't want to run into the back anybody.
Stay low. On the high side. Clear high.
Okay, we just get clear of them. Should be able to complete the pass. They're going to be 2 wide behind us still, and we should be able to get single file here for a moment. 8 car follows us through. He might be quicker than us. And everybody in front of us might be quicker too. We are in P5 at the moment, which is good. A lot of race left though. There's some tire marks on entry to 1 down by pit road exit. Somebody may have gotten loose. I think tires can come into play later as well. I think if we're getting too tight or the right rear's getting too hot, could come into play. We got a big pile up here on the inside of the track. Get clear of that. Got the 7 here and more damaged cars. The 11. Maybe the 7 was dodging. I think the 11 was the damaged car.
Stay low. You're clear high. Clear high.
Yeah, 7 is in second right now. Eight cars looking pretty quick behind us through the center of the corner. As long as he's not catching us on exit, we should be able to hold him off.
The car is P22.
P22 just set the fastest lap somehow. Back in traffic. All the lap times are Probably just on top of each other, though. Are we going to see another wreck? When are we going to see another wreck? Everyone up here is keeping it clean. Nobody really can do anything in line. I haven't been able to get a run on Vincent at all. We haven't really gotten any closer to his bumper this whole time. Got the BK car up there using the apron on exit, as well as the 7. I can't really even get to the apron. I'm kind of tight. This may not bode well for later in the run. I don't feel like I'm overdriving it too bad, but just kind of the point in the race in the ARCA series, though, where there's just not a lot you can do. Once we get a lot closer to the finish, there are probably going to be moves we can make with tire disparity. There's a bumper laying in the middle of the track back there. Got a little gap built up to the 8 now. Mark is just behind the 8, and then Gavin just behind Mark. So they're both doing pretty good. Another car stopped ahead call. Don't see anything. Must have gotten reset before we got there. These guys are starting to pull a little bit of a gap on me. Top 3 are getting a lot closer together. Lap traffic is going to come into play, and then that could shake up how close the leaders are to each other. And that could allow people behind us to catch up as well. Got to be careful hitting that cone on entry there. That'll give you a penalty. Another one of those areas in these tracks where you get a penalty for touching a cone, even though you're not doing anything wrong, really. There's a lot of tracks that have that, Daytona being one of them, Auto Club, California. Stuff you got to be aware about when you're racing on iRacing. Okay, we got a nice little gap built up now. Nobody's going to go out and get that bumper. Overdrove that. Should be alright though. We get around the 19. He's a lap down now.
All clear, all clear.
He may have damage, I'm not sure.
Clear high, clear high. The lead is
7 cars all over the back bumper of the leader.
3, 2.
The Burger King car is kind of falling off of those two. We've started catching back up to both of them as well. Little wall tap.
Outside.
Get around the 23.
Stay low. You're clear high, clear high.
Past halfway. Got 0.6 back. Mark has gotten around, and so has Gavin on the guy that was behind us. Ooh, I got in a little too hot there. Got real sideways and started sliding through the center. That's not what we want to be doing. Not a good way to keep the car underneath you the whole race.
The lead is at 16.141.
Starting to get a bit more pushy on exit. 7 cars looking for a pass on the leader. We've dropped back again on these two. Mark may be catching up behind us. Slow car down low. Somebody's going down pit road. That is Nick. That is unfortunate. Something must have happened to him. We haven't really been able to do anything. We're just trying to hang on. That was Joe in the lead. He just got passed by the 7. Forgot he was on pole. Yeah, Mark's definitely catching up, I think. Got the 11 here again.
Outside.
We're not going to get him this corner, but we'll get him next corner.
Stay low.
It's not going to hurt us too bad either. Anyway,
Thank you, Jonathan.
No problem.
The lead is at 16.173.
$17 holding his line up top as a lap car.
Got one outside.
Should be able to get around him fairly easily.
Go there. Hold the line.
Maybe.
You're clear high. Clear high.
Okay, get it done. $16 laps to go. I don't think I've got anything for these top 4. Unless they start battling, but it doesn't seem like anybody can really get to each other. I'm trying to hang on and hold off Mark. Kind of maintaining pace with him back there, so he shouldn't be able to catch us if we don't make any big mistakes. He is getting pressured behind as well. I don't see Gavin on the F3 anymore either. He must have gotten passed by the 10.
The lead is at 16.241.
Joe is still right behind the leader as well. That race isn't done. 7 hasn't been able to pull away. Okay, Gavin's back in 8th, but he did lose some time getting past. Back behind us. Pretty clean race. We just saw that one big wreck and then a couple more little calls, but didn't really see anything. Oh, we're sideways. But still time left. Of course, that bumper's been out there the whole race, too.
We have 10 to go.
10 laps to go. I don't have anything for these top 4. They'll need to be side by side or making big mistakes for us to catch up. We nearly had a big one there. Losing focus.
Roger.
16.2 from the leader. I don't know what we're doing. What does that say? 16.2. Just ever so slightly slower, which is enough for us to never catch up.
Thank you.
5 to go at the line.
5 to go.
It's going well. Keep at it.
I'm happy being in top 5 for sure. In a field this strong. A little bit of a gap now to Mark back there because he got passed by the 10. 10's going forward. We are not going forward, but luckily we had a big enough gap to the people behind us that we're alright. Two to go. Top 4 are a little bit closer now, but are they going to be close enough to do anything? I don't think anyone's going to throw a big dive bomb or anything. No one's really able to get a run on anybody, and certainly I'm not either. We need this race to be about 100 laps longer and see the tires play out, get some real passing and stuff. Coming around to get the checker flag. We'll take a top 5 with 0x.
Good race, Joe.
That was fun. Good race to
I think
Joe
I
up
burnt my
there
tires.
and Vincent.
Yeah, much.
There's the
Mark
flag.
behind
It's
us.
over. There you go,
Good win
man.
to the 7.
Good job, driver.
He made the 1 pass in the top 5 and got the win. So good job to him. Good race. Good win. We come out of there clean and have a pretty fun time. Not easy to hang on to, especially on corner entry. If you overcook it just a little bit, it can get sideways on you, and that's why I was never really full throttle or even close to full throttle. There's the car if you missed it. P5 for us. Let's take a look at the tires. 89/90, so that's higher than I was expecting. On the right rear at least, but 55 laps around here is not that long. 87/87 for Mark. We had a little bit more tire, which is why we were able to pull away slightly and stay ahead. Alright, let's go take a look at the incidents that were out there. First up is going to be 22 getting in the back of the 23 on corner entry there. And then into the side of the 23 that time, spins him around, and that's a big pile up right there. Nick looks like he's able to just sneak through that. Junior Mint's car got sent sideways as they stack up in front of him, just know where he could go there, unlucky for him. Nick is going to be really kicking himself for that qualifying. It's put him back here to have to dodge this stuff, and oh, it looks like Austin got a piece of that, and the 11 right in front of him, know where he could go. Here's the 11, yeah. Right in front of Austin. Don't think Austin got any damage for that. Oh, and then the 21 gets stuck in the ditch. And that's why we saw him sitting down there. And then the 17 getting sent around by Larson. As 17 looks to cross over the 12 and cross over Barrett and get underneath him, but Larson was already there. Kind of just gets stuck in the middle 3 wide. And that sends the 11 around again. Oh, and then he just drives forward and into Nick, or does he drive forward? No, he doesn't. Nick just couldn't get it turned down. He tried, couldn't quite get there, and I think that broke the right front. And then some wall taps. Oh, and then 19 got loose as Austin was turning in, and then that sent the 19 around. And then some wall taps. More wall taps, looks like, right front, going away on him. 2 car, back here in traffic, he gets the wall. Looking to pass the 23. And that's it. So like 1 or 2 big wrecks is all we saw, and then clean up front. We were falling off the front 5 at the end, or the front 4, but we took advantage of our inside starting position. We were able to pass 3 people on the start, I think, and then settle into a top 5 spot and get a 0x as we got spread out and managed to survive. So, and we beat Larson, so that's something. Didn't think I'd ever be able to say that, but there we go. Thanks for watching.